Leonard.
Good morning, everyone. The time being 8:30 on Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. I'd like to call the Forest Reserve District Commission meeting to order. Gabby, please do the roll.
Allen, Arroyo, Bates,
Go.
Your evil twin is talking.
Tape delay.
Oh.
Take someone swear. You gotta have that 7 second delay.
Boring.
there. I want mine to go through.
We heard that already.
Yeah.
Garcia. Garcia here. Stripe. Gums. Gums here. Iqbal. Doobie. Caius.
Guy is present.
Leonard.
Leonard here.
Lewis. Linder.
Here.
Molina present. Roth.
Let's hear.
Sanchez. Strathman. Strathman here. Surges.
Carver's here. Yep, here.
Williams.
Williams here.
Young. Doherty.
Doherty here.
Thank you. You have quorum?
We have quorum. From remote attendance, I believe we have Mr. Doherty. Does anyone have any objection to that?
None.
Seeing done, seeing that, welcome Mr. Doherty to the meeting. For our Pledge of Allegiance, Sonia Garcia is going to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sonia. Moving on, we have three people here to speak for public opinion. I want to mention to everyone, you have 3 minutes, and our first speaker will be Michael Doris.
I'm Mike Doris. I live in Plato Township. Prior to the Muirhead Springs wetland reconstruction, you used to allow snowmobiles to use the multi-purpose limestone trail. Obviously, for construction purposes, the trail couldn't be used. So my question is, now that the wetland construction is done, will snowmobiles be allowed again on the limestone trail? Conditions obviously permitting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our next person to speak will be Ross Powell.
Morning, I'm Dr. Ross Powell. I've got a handout for you. I'm a retired geology professor from NIU. Crown Community Development and their recent agreement with the village of Sugar Grove has recently started their excavation of former farmland on the north side of Merrill Road, off of Illinois 47 and south of I-88 as part of the Grove development. The Hannaford Woods Nichols Farm Forest Preserve is immediately south of that new development on the south side of Merrill Road. It is my understanding that your commission has agreed to accept rainwater runoff from the Grove development onto Hannaford Forest Preserve land under a stormwater pollution prevention plan. As part of the handout, there are a couple of figures at the back of your front page that you may want to refer to see where the things are. During the initial work of Crown's Grove site, a large pond, a lake formed in a depression that construction crews had excavated north of Merrill Road. That has since been made into a detention pond, and overflow water from that is now diverted and pumped under Merrill Road and onto Forest Preserve land south of Merrill Road, that red arrow. However, the water on the pond lake is not rainwater. It is, there may be some rainwater in a rainstorm, but all of the water is groundwater, probably from the Caneville Aquifer member of the Auburn Aquifer Formation, according to the Illinois State Geological Survey. My understanding is that this pumping and dumping of groundwater lies outside of your stormwater pollution prevention plan agreement that you have with Sugar Grove, which allows for only stormwater to be diverted. Furthermore, as the development expands, there is a high likelihood of even more water diversion because the entire area projected to be developed has only 2.5 feet or less of soil above the water table and groundwater, as you can see in those figures there that demonstrate that. I have two concerns with this situation. There is a high potential of groundwater contamination at the downstream site of the aquifer that may be used as potable water. And there is a high potential of significant flooding downstream of the detention pond that will be on forest preserve land when the groundwater is added to the runoff for a major storm event. I strongly urge your committee to consider these concerns and apprise the village of Sugar Grove that they should take steps to correct the situation and request Crown to follow their agreement with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your comments. And our final speaker today is Bob Raimondi.
Hi, I'm Bob Raimondi. I am also speaking about the Crown property and the Forest Preserve District's agreement. I've lived in Willow Creek subdivision in Blackberry Township for 38 years and was here during the Blackberry Creek flooding of '96. I've been in the engineering field for over 50 years, owning my own business for the last 25. I've done surveying on site layouts for major industrial developments, which included retention, detention ponds, along with intake structures and discharge structures for the same items. I agree with Dr. Powell in that the water encountered currently during the recent excavation and grading of the Crown property and draining to the Forest Preserve property is actually groundwater, not stormwater. By observing existing retention ponds in Mill Creek, Blackberry subdivisions, all are several feet low, even during the recent rainfalls we've had, and excavations for the new roundabout and at Bunker Road and Bunker Road extension, all are dry, even with having had the rain. Excavations in the Crown area were less than 2 feet when they hit water in drought conditions. Any additional paving and structure additions north and west will exacerbate the runoff coming to the Forest Preserve property with no buffer zone to absorb the water naturally. During Sugar Grove's process of approving the final plat of the current housing development, I brought to the attention of the board that reading the current topographic maps and water table information, which you have some of that from Dr. Powell, that any house foundation built in here would be below the water table.
My precious.
And that the sump pump would run almost continuously. Earlier studies and reports from Hay and Associates, along with documents from Kane and DuPage Soil and Water, recommend this property is not suited for this type of development. Current studies from EEI, who work with both Crown and Sugar Grove, suggest otherwise, but agree that future development in the TIF district could cause additional downstream flooding. Trying to plan for future drainage and control of rainwaters, especially in a rural area, is almost impossible due to so many mitigating factors. Deadfall trees, vegetation growth, beavers, muskrats, silting, etc. Without proper continuous maintenance of the contributing areas, you can still have flooding like '96. Who is going to be responsible for this maintenance? As shown with the attached article that I gave you, no matter how much engineering you do, failures happen. I was involved with the project that built the reservoir that failed in the article and the subsequent findings as to the cause. This was designed by the world's largest engineering firm at the time and built to the highest standards with safety protocols and monitoring, but it was a natural occurrence that caused the catastrophe. If as proposed, all the proposed drainage from the north and west is to traverse Undermail Road, this will cause a bottleneck should any debris be swept along during a major rain event and build up at the culverts.
Thank you, sir, very much. Appreciate your time and your comments. Yes. Okay. Sir, if you just state your name and we'll give you 3 minutes.
Steve Leffler. I'm sorry, maybe I wrote it on the other one that was put up here earlier. And I'm just here to speak about bicycling, the September 29th to October 5th was week without driving, and I didn't drive. And I liked it so much that I kept not driving. I'm gonna try and do it for the rest of the month. But I need your all's help. And there's a lot of places where it's just plain unsafe to ride your bike. And anywhere where we can figure out where to put a trail through the forest preserve that might help us connect arterials so that we can get from point A to point B and use biking as our mode of transportation, that would really be appreciated. You know, we have some transportation issues when you guys take off this hat, put on another hat, and they're only gonna get worse. So if you guys can help out in with this hat on, it'd be appreciated. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the comments. Moving on, may I have a motion for unanimous consent to approve the minutes from the September 9th, 2025 meeting?
Mr. Chair, this is Caius. I would ask for unanimous consent for the approval of minutes from September 9th, 2025.
Thank you. Any comments, concerns? Seeing none, the minutes are approved. Our next motion will be, I need a motion and a second to approve the bills and commissioners per diem for September 2025.
Mr. Chair, Gums moves.
Gums moves.
Hennis is second.
Hennis is seconds. Any questions, concerns, comments? Seeing none, the bills are approved. Oh, by roll call first. Thank you.
Allen, Arroyo, Bates, Gordy,
yes.
Garcia,
Garcia, yes.
Gripe,
Right, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
Aye.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis, Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Hennessis,
Hennis, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez, Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Minutes are approved now, so thank you very much.
Point of
Um,
order, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Maybe I missed something. Are we going to come back to item 4?
presentation.
Approval. We're going to do that at the end of the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
We wanted to make sure the family had time to get here.
Thanks.
Thank you, though. Moving on to finance and administration, may I have a motion and a second for resolution FP-R-25-10-3187? This is a resolution authorizing a 3-year contract with Automatic Data Processing, ADP, for payroll, human resources, tax filing, and record-keeping services.
Roth will make the motion. Linder, second.
Roth moves, Linder seconds. Just a brief summary of this. This is a 3-year contract that we are signing with ADP, which will also give us the ability to renew on an annual basis after the 3-year period. The price is locked in. And in the first year, we do have an $8,000 initiation or installation fee. After that, that is gone. So we will be realizing the first year about $12,000 gain. We're eliminating one of the positions on payroll. And after the first year, we'll realize an $18,000 a year gain with improved services. Any questions on this?
Nope.
Seeing none, Gabby, please do the roll.
Allen, Arroyo, Bates, Gordy,
yes.
Garcia,
Garcia, yes.
Gripe,
Right, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal, Juby,
Aye.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis, Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Hennessis,
Hennis, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez, Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Burgess, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Resolution's approved. Thank you very much. Moving on, may I have a motion and a second for resolution FP 0 25 10 0618. This is an ordinance approving an amendment to the purchasing ordinance for the Forest Reserve of Kane County. The state has approved a change in the limit for approval without vote by the commission on goods and materials from 30,000 to 60,000. So we're just following their lead and their direction on this.
Grums will move.
Gums will move.
Strathman will second.
Strathman will second. Any questions, concerns, comments on this? Seeing none, Gabby, please do the roll.
Allen. Arroyo. Bates. Doherty. Doherty. Garcia.
Yes.
Gripe.
Gripe, yes.
Gums.
Gums, yes.
Iqbal. Zuby.
Zuby, aye.
Caius.
Caius, yes.
Leonard.
Leonard, yes.
Lewis. Linder.
Linder, yes.
Molina.
Molina, yes.
Genesis.
Genesis, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Sanchez. Strathman. Strathman, yes. Surges.
Burgess, yes.
Tarver.
Tarver, yes.
Duffy.
Duffy, yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Doherty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Resolution's approved. Thank you very much. I'm moving on to our next resolution. May I have a motion and a second for resolution FP R 25 10 3188. This is a resolution approving the fiscal year 26-27 estimated budget for the purpose of establishing the 2025 tax levy.
Williams moves.
Williams moves. Tarver seconds. I'd like to ask Mr. Dave Peschke, our financial director, to come up, give us a brief overview on this.
Good morning. Presented before you is a budget for the levy purposes for the 26-27 fiscal year. This is the first step of the levy process to create an estimated budget. At the next sequence of meetings and full commission meeting, you'll have the tax levy ordinances and then also the abatement ordinances. When the district looks at the CPI and new construction components of the tax levy, we first look at the performance of the levied funds. So within the general fund, we did see that there was a surplus of revenue of $391,723. This is primarily due to the investment income being higher than what was budgeted due to the current interest rate environment. The expenses within the general fund were lower than budgeted by just lower than 1.3 million. This is primarily due to staff turnover, but also because of current carryover expenditures from the prior year. So vehicles that were ordered but not delivered in time for the fiscal year, we had budgeted again for those as carryover items in the current fiscal year. So currently overinflating those fund balance within the general fund and then purposely lowering that in the next fiscal year. The IMRF fund, insurance liability fund, Social Security funds all performed as expected within the fiscal year. The district did work with the clerk's office to determine CPI and new construction figures here. Looking at that now, it's about $445,832 for the CPI increase, and then between $153,000 and $197,000 for the new construction component. This would mean that the district could realize additional property tax revenue of about $642,937. It's important, though, to also look at the impact to a taxpayer. Looking at an average taxpayer of a $300,000 value, if you can just go to the right column here under estimated for 25-26, the bottom line there shows the $126.94. That is what the projected tax bill would be for an average resident in Kane County. If you look then to the number right to the left of that, you can see that the prior year with the operating referendum that was approved by voters was $138. So you can see that there's a $11.06 reduction projection right now for the average taxpayer in Kane County. I also want to point out, if you look at the columns to the left there, that really puts us in line and lower than a lot of the other fiscal years that we have levied taxes. So based on that, the budget was prepared, including the CPI and new construction figures. And again, next sequence of meetings, you'll see those tax levy ordinances come through, and then also the abatement ordinances as well.
Thank you, Mr. Peschke. Any questions for him? You know, I would like to make one point out here, and that was with the referendum that was passed last November, we had promised the taxpayers that not in 25-26, but in the 26-27 year, we would actually lower their taxes. We're a year ahead of schedule, and we have about an 8% discount for this next year. So I want to thank Mr. Peschke and Mr. Habather and all the staff for all the work they've done here, because not only have we improved our environment, but we've also lowered the taxes for all our taxpayers in Kane County. Any questions or comments on that?
No.
Gabby, please do the roll on this.
Allen. Arroyo. Doherty.
Doherty, yes.
Garcia.
Garcia, yes.
Gripe.
Yes.
Gums.
Gums, yes.
Iqbal.
Iqbal, yes.
Shuey.
Shuey, aye.
Caius.
Caius, yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Linder.
Linder, yes.
Molina.
Molina, yes.
Genesis.
Genesis, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Sanchez. Strathman. Strathman, yes. Surges.
Yes.
Carver.
Carver, yes.
Pepe.
Pepe, yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Resolutions approved. Thank you very much. We have no resolutions under land acquisition, but we will go to planning and utilization. May I have a motion and a second for resolution FP-R-25-10-3189. This resolution is authorizing a license for bison grazing with the American Indian Center at the Burlington Prairie Forest Reserve.
Roth will make the motion.
Caius, second.
Roth moves, Caius seconds. I'd just like to make a comment on this. This agreement is looking to bring in somewhere between 6 and 12 bison to this area in the Burlington Prairie Forest Reserve. The American Indian Center will own the bison and will care for them. And it looks like we're probably going to have somewhere between 8 to 10 bison initially there. So very exciting. This has gone on a long time. Mr. Habather, do you have anything to say about this?
I am excited. We have Director of Natural Resources, Pat Chess here, if you wanted full detail on what's going on. It's been about this is the fruition of a 3-year process, but otherwise all the points that you made, the bison enclosure is already there. Electric is at the site and we have water. We just need the animals.
Mr. Chess, would you want to give a very brief description?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, we're very excited about the opportunity to bring bison back onto Kane County's prairies. We've got a 32-acre enclosure out at Burlington Prairie Forest Preserve. That is about a 13-year-old restored prairie that we're looking to bring them back into. We did go out to RFP for a partner in this endeavor. And the American Indian Center was the one respondent in partnership with Rooter Bison. The American Indian Center are very excited. Their mission aligns very strongly with this in terms of both their traditional ecological knowledge programming as well as their food sovereignty programming. And then having that partnership with Rooter Bison is really important. Rooter Bison brings over a decade's worth of experience in managing bison. They do manage the program up at the McHenry County Conservation District, so they're used to owning these and managing them on public land. And they'll be doing the kind of daily checks and looking over the animals on a day-to-day basis.
Any questions? Yes, Ms. Gums.
Mr. Chair, just a thought here. At some point, can we invite our partners in this to come and talk to us, just to get to know them? I mean, they're gonna be taking care of the maybe well, we can have a bison in there, but
The vice.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be nice to have a conversation with
I
them.
think it's a great suggestion and we will follow up on
Yeah.
that and see if we can't get them to come in and at least introduce themselves and get a chance to have a little back and forth with them.
And my hope is that they'll allow me to nickname one.
Well, these animals are actually considered part of the family of the Indian nation. So we may be able to use nicknames, but not formal names.
I'm gonna try.
One last point I'd like to make that Mr. Chess had made me aware of, and I didn't realize before, was the tall grass restoration that we're trying to achieve here in Kane County is very important. Initially in the 1830s, there were 22 million acres of prairie. That was reduced to 0.1% from the original 22 million acres of prairie. So what we're doing here, I think, is very important. I'm excited about having the bison present. And I thank Mr. Chess and everyone for all the work they've done over the years now to get this done, and very excited about it. Any other comments or questions, Mr. Gripe?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just curious, David, if, bison being like any animals, they will probably expand as a herd. What, do we have a capacity at this place for them? I mean, based on the food supply.
Yeah, so based on the 32 acres that are currently penned in, that kind of 8 to 10 range is basically the capacity that we're looking to hold. We are looking into expanding that out to include more acres that would be fenced in, which would allow us to have more animals on site. It's likely that some of the animals coming over may be pregnant when they arrive. So there's the chance that we have babies showing up in as soon as spring. But as a part of their operation, right, built into kind of what they want to do in their food sovereignty program, they'd be looking to harvest animals out of that for meat. So trying to keep that kind of target range between 8 to 10 animals for now.
Thank you, Mr. Gripe and Mr. Chess. We do have an additional 50 acres adjacent to it that we can expand to if need be. So we are looking forward to hopefully expanding somewhere down the road. Any other questions, concerns, comments?
Mr. Doherty.
Mr. Doherty, go right ahead.
Yeah. Previously, we had discussed a bison raising area. I don't believe it was this one, but it was mentioned that they are difficult to maintain once they get past the age, I believe, of 3 or 4, and then they have to be taken down because the fences won't hold them anymore. Is that the plan to use these for meats, or what's going to happen after that 3-year period?
Yeah, so certainly they will be harvested over time, right, for meat and used by AIC in their programming for that purpose. I think it's likely that they will have at least a few animals kind of that they aim to live out their lifespan on site. They live in kind of a matriarchal herd. So you prefer to have at least one elderly cow in the herd that runs the group and knows the site and keeps track of the others. And then you'd be kind of cycling through the other animals and bringing them in and out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Just checking.
Any other comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Gabby, please do the roll.
Allen,
I.
Arroyo, Bates, Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Gripe,
Grape, yes.
Gums,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby, I.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis, Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Genesis,
Genesis, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez, Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Resolution's approved. Thank you very much. Our next resolution is resolution FP R 25 10 3190. This is a resolution approving the purchase of parcels totaling 44.45 acres adjacent to the Meisner Corn Forest Preserve in Campton Township. I need a motion and a second on that, and then we can discuss. Moved by Juby, seconded by Alan. And we have Ms. Jen Rooks Lopez here. Jen, could you give us a brief summary of what we're doing here, our costs, and what's involved?
Laurie, if you could zoom in a little bit on that, the main map, right? There's Meisner Corn. Right there is the Meisner Corn Forest Preserve. You can kind of see this almost triangular piece that's outlined in yellow. That's the 45 acres that we're looking to purchase with this resolution. As you can see, it is kind of like the missing puzzle piece on Meisner Corn Forest Preserve. So it's pretty straightforward. It's 45 acres. We have also applied for a grant for this particular property with the Prairie State Conservation Coalition and a request of $190,000. We should know probably end of October, beginning of November, whether or not we receive that grant. And that grant we can go ahead and close on the property prior to being awarded the grant. That's not a stipulation.
Any questions, concerns on this? You know, the point I'd like to make here is we're paying approximately $21,000 per acre for this acreage. And if in fact we wouldn't receive this grant, it would bring the price down per acre by about $2,000, a little over $2,000 an acre. So we're excited about that. We hope we get the grant. There is no guarantee, but even at the price we agreed upon, we're excited about this. Any comments, concerns, questions? Seeing none, Gabby, please do the roll on this.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Arroyo, Bates, Doherty,
Doherty, aye.
Garcia,
Garcia, yes.
Gripe,
Gripe, yes.
Thumbs,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby, I.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis, Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Genesis,
Genesis, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez, Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe, Williams,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
approved.
Resolution's approved. Thank you very much. We have no need for closed session today. Moving on to new and unfinished business. Is there anything anyone wants to bring up or comment on? Yes, Mr. Sturgis.
Just checking in our update for the river up north there is Ben. I can't tell you. I mean, on any given day, it's like we had a little rain in the afternoon. It's not quite as bad as it was maybe, but then by the next morning, the river is shrinking. I mean, and my understanding from our last conversation is maybe and meeting up there, which I've reported back to the board, was, you know, maybe there's some additional work to be done. So.
Right. So there isn't much of an update right now. We're also waiting for word from the state. We haven't heard. We are bugging them for a response, but for everybody else, this is the siltation that has occurred downstream of Carpenter's Dam in Dundee, and we were able to meet with the affected resident. And right now, the drought continues. I'm sure it looks just as silted as when we were out there, but we're not.
I mean, it's worse than you could ever imagine. I mean, I just can't even describe what's happening there. So,
Mr. Chair Gums, I have a quick
Yes.
question about that.
Ms. Combs.
Totally pulling this out of my ears here, but is there a new study happening from the Army Corps on this? Is that accurate?
We're not aware. So there is the dam study that came out that kind of went across the whole Fox River, and then they rescinded that to do more study.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
out there, somewhat separate.
Yeah, it's separate, but overall, there is a new study.
Army
based-
Corps of Engineers doing
Yep,
study
Army Corps
work.
is doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Any other questions, comments, concerns on new or unfinished business?
I do have, I
Yes,
was
Mr.
wondering,
Tice.
you know, the boating season's over now in the Channel Lakes. I'm wondering if there's maybe a possibility, Michelle, that we could get some legislation to release some of that water from the Algonquin Dam just in the short term, one-time thing, maybe there's some legislation we could pass at the state level.
I will cross-reference my hat.
And it's a possibility. I mean, boating season's over now. This is a one-time thing. We're removing the dams along the Fox River. This is an emergency situation where we've had a drought. I mean, obviously there's a drought going on. I'm just looking at a one-time thing here, maybe possible.
Mr. Surges?
If I could just respond briefly, my understanding of this, and Ben, you just hit me upside the head when I go astray. My understanding is there was X amount of silt that had built up for a billion years in front of that dam. When we remediated a bunch of that and took a hunch, I guess, an educated parameter of how much we needed to take out. When the dam came down, we were hoping that there was enough water there to flush that through. We missed. It just deposited south of where the dam was in quantity to the point you can almost walk across the river at this point without getting your ankles wet. And I'm not exaggerating this.
Right.
If I showed you the photos, it would. So I don't know that a controlled flush right now is going to be enough oomph to clear that. And I have no basis on this, no education on this. I don't want to upset the Friends of the Fox. I don't want to upset the kayakers. But if you just go and look at it, you'll say, ooh, that's not right. That we can do better. So.
The only thing I would add is that we're not the permitting authority on the river. Of course, IDNR has regulatory authority, but in this case, the dam removal is IEPA that does the engineering on the siltation. So we did receive the state funds to remove the dam, and that was IDNR. Army Corps of Engineers is also in on this calculation. But as far as owning the calculation of what's going on with that siltation, that's a state permit that we completely complied with and deferred to what their expertise was. I do believe it was the
But Ben,
same.
we have to blame someone, and you're the nicest guy we know.
Oh, no,
So
that's,
I mean,
that's fine. We did the dam. Yeah, but the November 1st is where the Stratton Lock and dams are supposed to open up right now. Last year when they did that, you'll remember we removed the dam during a drought too, and we were down to 300 cubic feet per second. Once that dam opens up, it'll be about 1,000 CFS. So there should be a pulse to come through, but we watched with that late summer storm to see if that was going to affect as well. And we were all out there. That particular siltation didn't move much.
and Ted, just to let you know, it was, I mean, timing is everything. There was this huge tree, and I mean ginormous, and it lodged right in front of this silt deposit.
Of course it.
And I'm just like, you've got, the timing was just incredibly bad, and the log is now gone and stuff. So who knows?
Thank you, Mr. Surges, for your comments. We will keep working on this, and hopefully we can get it resolved to everyone's satisfaction. Welcome, Ms. Bates. Glad you could make it. And we're glad you're in one piece. Barely, yes. And to communications, Ms. Lori Matanchuk, please give us your updates.
Sure. The Kane Forest Preserve Foundation held their annual golf outing on September 11th at Hughes Creek, and we did really well. The foundation raised just shy of $25,000, and that's going to go to create a nature play space for young kids at Leroy Oaks Forest Preserve. So we're really happy with how that turned out. Thank you to Monica Myers, our former executive director, who helped plan that, as well as Brittany Kovach, who worked really hard on this from our department. So great job all. On September 20th, there was a volunteer event across the county to clean up the Fox River called It's Our Fox River Day. We had cleanups at Glenwood Park Forest Preserve in Batavia, Fabian in Geneva, and Tecumseh Woods in St. Charles. The group pulled over 100 pounds of trash out of Glenwood Park, and that's up in this upper picture. So thank you, as always, to all of our volunteers. Our naturalist staff held their Harvest Fall Festival on September 28th at at Oakhurst in Aurora. Good time had by all, painting pumpkins and learning to fish and other crafts and playing along with the band that we had there. So that's the last of our larger festival type events for the year. And then coming up this Thursday, October 16th, we have a ribbon cutting to celebrate the improvements to Bruner Family Forest Preserve. The ribbon cutting is at Bruner, but the easiest way to access the ribbon cutting site is through Buffalo Park Forest Preserve at the southern entrance. And so check the website or social media for more details on that. And commissioners, I've sent all of you an email on that as well. Chris, I will be letting the local electeds know.
Great, thank you.
And that's it for communications.
Thank you very much. I have no comments. However, we have a very,
Mr. Chair comes.
a very somber moment. Yes. Ms.
Before we get that, can I make a motion to place the reports on file? Ask
Sure.
for unanimous consent.
Oh, that would be fine. Any objection to placing the reports on file? Seeing none, they are placed on file. Our final order of business, it's kind of interesting on the clock up there, it says 9:10. Ms. Gums had called me the other day and said, Bill, we'd like to honor Dale Berman for his service to the county and to everyone over his lifetime. And we'd like to do it at the end of the meeting. And I would like to know if it would be all right if we had the family come about 9:10 for this presentation. Well, your timing was impeccable, Ms. Gums. And thank you, the family of Mr. Berman, for being here, Nancy and his daughters and other family members. I just wanted to mention that Mr. Berman came on board of the county in 2020, and has served the last 5 years very honorably. He was a person that got along with everybody, listened to everyone, was patient and very wise in his experience, and became a friend of everyone on the board. So we want to honor him at this moment. From the Forest Preserve perspective, he was chairman of our finance committee also. So, you know, there again, he did a wonderful job, and we can't thank Dale for all his services. And we want to honor the family and let them know how important he was to all of us. So we have a slide up there just with the picture, Dale. Yeah, I think it's a great picture of him. And I'd just like to take a moment of silence for Dale at this time. Thank you all very much for your moment of silence. During that time, I kept hearing in my mind Dale saying, "Come on, Bill, let's get it going." So he was not one to daddle along, and I'm sure he appreciates it, and we appreciate him so very much. So thank you all for attending.
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
I
Ms.
just would
Gums?
like to point out to everybody in the gallery, Dale sat a chair away from me. And as you can see, we do have roses and candles and the Dale Berman legend jersey from NIU. We also have folks in the gallery that are very good friends of his, and we'll all miss him very much. And I just want to thank him for being my back of the chair jokester. And I can't finish my tic-tac-toe game.
Anyone else, would any of the commissioners like to comment? Yes, Ms.
I
Bates.
think we all would. So thank you for everything that Dale did, and what a wonderful helper he always was.
Yes, he was. Thank you all very much, and we will miss him. Just one small note of levity before we adjourn. When I was at the wake last Friday, I'm looking at the pictures, and there's a picture of Dale at the Northern Illinois Notre Dame game when Northern beat Notre Dame, and he's cheering, he's thrilled. And I thought that was so emblematic of Dale and his loyalty and his excitement for everyone that he was involved with, and obviously for Northern Illinois winning such a big game. So thank you very much. Moving on, I need a
Roth will make the motion.
to adjourn.
To adjourn.
Thank you. Need a second? Tarver seconds. All in favor, please say aye.